Doobie 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 doo doobie doo doo.
We started. It's gone wonky.
I know.
Oh well, we can
See,
do
that
a
way we're
wonky
about the
show.
same height.
You got a leaf in your hair. Look,
Look at that, guys. And welcome to another fun and exciting episode.
feel real fun.
And exciting.
Hello, Patty.
That's right.
Yes.
.com.
And Brisket Bob.
Brisket Bob, Patty, look at that. The Texans are here. They've even beat the Australians.
Yeah.
Angela has joined us from New York City.
Hello.
That is the rightness, everyone. Anne from somewhere over the rainbow. No, actually, Anne, I believe, is in the Uck. So let us know if I'm doing right.
Where?
Stella Jim is in the Uck.
What's the yuck?
Uck.
Uck.
Yeah, the UK.
Oh, the UK.
Anyway, Margaret,
All right.
Anne, everyone is
Hello.
joining this show.
Hello, Dave.
Dave.
And Daniela.
Daniela Dave from Florida. Daniela from someplace exotic. That is right. Joe Weldon from someplace exotic, otherwise known as the Bing. Not too many days left to go to the Bing, Joe. That is the rightness, everyone.
Hiya, Lola.
Margaret.
Hello.
Hello. Shannon is here.
Okay, so what's the topic?
Michelle
What
is
was
here
the-
with her husband, Walter. Walter, welcome to the
hello.
show. That's cool, man.
Yeah, good on you.
Say, someone brought a friend. Actually, well, yeah, and when I say friend, that's a compliment, right? Because it's not like, you brought you.
Well, we hope your husband's a friend.
Yeah, Mars didn't bring Venus or something like that, right?
You haven't tied him down to watch the show.
Well, the Maxwells probably haven't joined us yet, but they. Anyway,
Hello, Joe,
right,
with an
tying
E.
down.
Yeah.
Joe.
We know that.
Lola.
And Lynn.
Lynn has
So
joined this show.
Can I see the header of the email we sent out? What did it say?
Today we're going to talk about manifesting a job, and there was a really cool comment which I can't see from here, but I can sort of paraphrase it, which is cool because Sam hooked us up with something really cool to talk about today.
Oh, cool.
Marta has joined
And
the
I saw
show.
your yes, and
Marta,
I
I forgot to reply to your email, so sorry. I will. I promise.
Oh, cool.
Right, because I had you in for later in the day, and
Hello, Kathy. I
missed
see
it.
you there, and Karen.
Karen.
Okay.
And Kathy.
Good.
And Marta again. This is great. Marta's here twice. Yasmin Maxwell just finished tying the last knot.
Oh, right.
You guys got code words for everything, don't you? Yeah. Yep, Andrew and I just finished tying the last knot. He's always a happy, tired guy, I've noticed.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, right. He dug
Hello,
all those
Barbara
ditches
Brown
and put pipe in
and
there.
Christopher.
That was amazing.
What?
Andrew dug all those ditches and filled them full of pipe.
Has he finised that now?
Yep.
My
by the way,
God,
that's not-
Andrew, you're amazing.
That's not code word for anything. No, see, I'm making a sexual innuation about Andrew laying pipe,
Hello, Caroline.
digging ditches, and Victoria goes, he's amazing. Fudge, man, fudge.
Okay. Anastasia, hello.
Anastasia,
And
Jose, nice to see you. Caroline. All right.
Wow, look at all those loving hearts. All right.
That is the rightness, everyone. Look at all that. This is the best show ever. On tilt. Alrighty. So,
Ain't got no job, says Caroline.
well, that's going to
Okay.
change.
And
if you
hello,
want to.
Claudia.
Claudia.
Yes. I think it's Claudia, she says.
Yeah, she
Like
says it a little
cloud.
differently than I do.
Claudia.
But she's on the live call this weekend.
Contraception needed, says Brisket Bob. Right.
All right, so there's only a few spots left for the live call this weekend. Anyone who wants in,
Is
go to
up
my
for
personal
it?
timeline or go to freeneville.com. In the black menu bar, right, there is a link where you can go to. So,
Okay.
boom, right, and join us
Hello,
on the live
Pauline
call.
Brown.
Good fun.
Downtown.
All right, so Victoria,
Yes.
shall we tell them where to go?
Got to feel it real. Sorry. freeneville.com.
That's right. If you want to join us in the live call, go to the black menu bar. Maybe I'll put up a graphic today.
Black menu bar.
Yeah, it's up in there. Like
Up the very top.
Yeah, on a mobile device,
Yeah.
it doesn't show anything until you hit it. I think it says home originally, but anyway. What's a pipe?
What's a pipe?
Don't know. All right. Meanwhile, back at the French.
Right.
Good morning, Daisy.
Code from Daisy to 20.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
don't know. All right.
back
Meanwhile, go
at
to...
the French.
Where are we going?
Let's go to manifestingmasterycourse.com.
What's
right?
the topic of this week's call?
We are continuing to dive in and play with War Game Dance. Some
So
relationship stuff, and money is going to show up. Good
and
stuff.
that'll be the last one of this series, won't it? And
Yep.
then we'll move on to a different time, different series.
Yes.
Ooh.
Okay. So, join us. If you've been on the other ones, you know that they're all different, even though they're all the same, but very different. They all stand alone, and they all work together.
Okay.
See, that's what's fun when you don't get stuck in the what.
What's Ash?
All right.
All right. So Angela's on day 20. Cool. Okay.
Angela is on day 20. That is right. Now, meanwhile, back at the French.
Pipes. I don't know.
I know.
Separate conversation.
All right, so
Yes.
how do you get a job? So the question was asked, something like this. Sam brought this up because he's seen this somewhere. But doesn't applying for a job imply you don't have one?
Oh, yeah.
I love that one. Right? By the way, so here's the fun thing. Let's logically hit this first, because all batshit crazy falls apart as soon as you look at it. For example, right? Yeah. I'm imagining that we're married. We've talked about it, right?
Yeah.
Can't help it. We imagine being married, but then comes the lucky day. I ain't fucking going. Right? Because if I go, that implies we're not. Yeah. Meanwhile, we're not married. I get to leave Australia. So it sort of sucks, right?
Yeah, got you.
So here's the thing, guys. Right. So if you're imagining something, right? I imagine being a swimmer, right? Yeah, and for whatever reason, right? And suddenly I find myself doing what?
Swimming.
Yep, I've got swim trunks, otherwise known as bathers here. But if I call them bathers, people in the US won't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Which they probably don't anyway. So,
Yeah, we do.
That's right. We call them bathers.
Here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Over there, in US, they say swim trunks.
Yes, swim trunks.
All right.
Or your Speedos. Tamika knows all about Speedos.
Hello, Tamika.
That's right. Speedos. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, so do I want to tag Eric? No, I am not Eric Stafford.
Happens every time.
Facebook. Right? I'm also not my buddy Jody Patton, even though I'd love if Jody made it. So, anyway, so let's talk about Neville, right? So I'm going to really skim this first quote, and I'll give the second one to Victoria, because I've already earmarked some points of it. This is from when Neville manifested tickets to a what, everyone?
Opera? No.
That's right, a sold-out show.
A sold-out show. Okay.
Now, Neville says, about 8 years ago, I was in New York for a month, and two of my brothers, Victor and Lawrence, came up and spent 2 weeks with me in New York City. Imagine spending 2 weeks with your brothers. Anyway.
Yes.
They wanted to go see a sold-out show called Aida. That's how I'm mispronouncing
That's
it.
right.
And so, Neville says the newspaper said it was a sold-out show from the very moment it was stated. It was a new presentation and yada, yada, yada. So Neville and his brothers went there, right?
Yeah.
And he says, we got there and there were big, huge signs on the outside. You know, signs, the things people
Sold
look
out.
for. Sold out. No seats for Aida are available. And they were plastered all over the place. So you know what Neville did?
What?
See, Neville had already imagined giving his brother tickets. Right? Or brothers, brothers, tickets. And so here's what Neville did. Ready? I went in. And there were 3 lines leading to 3 windows. Doobie 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 doo. And then he saw the 3rd line was moving faster and he went to it, right? Meanwhile, back at the French, Neville gets in the line. And he comes up and in front of him is a con man. And the con man tries to take advantage of the ticket guy. And the ticket guy falls for it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Neville said, I turned around and screamed at that tall blonde man. I said, sir. I screamed so loudly he couldn't stop but be attentive.
Really?
Yeah. Ain't that cool? Neville was a bouncer.
Hang on, which was the blonde guy? The scammer or
Yeah, the
the
scammer.
ticket guy? All right.
That man was flabbergasted. He was so completely dumbfounded he didn't know what to do. So Neville confronted him, put him in a headlock, choked him out, took his money.
Choked him out.
Oh, well, okay, I'm embellishing a little bit at the end. So, meanwhile, after all that, the guy says, Neville, how can I help you? And Neville says, you know what I need? I need 2 tickets to a sold-out show. And he sells them to Neville for like $20.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Which is probably going right.
Yeah.
But get how cool this is. Neville
Yeah.
didn't go, I'm imagining giving my brothers tickets. Well, they're not here.
To a sold out
Yeah.
show.
He went and he stood in line. He
Yes.
confronted a con man, and he did something like pretty normal, like, Victoria, can I have 2 tickets to a sold-out show, please? Right? You know, he asked. Right? So for all the people out there that want a date, right? I'm imagining that we had a great date. Okay, cool. So now what? I'm hiding in my closet.
No.
From what? Her.
Yes.
Right? Let me get this right. So you're imagining that you and her had a great date, and you're telling your buddy what a great date it was, and now you're hiding in your closet, right, with your gun from her, because that's nuts.
Yes.
Versus if you really imagine it, something will happen. She'll move, you'll move. Someone will move to ask or say yes, or maybe your friends will get together and you'll find yourself like sitting next to each other.
Oh, little spider. It's only a bubba.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
get rid of it.
Spider. Tastes like chicken.
There we go.
All right. Anyway.
Yes, so sorry, with the question in mind,
Yep.
that applying for a job,
Yep.
applying for a job implies that you haven't got one.
Yep.
It's like with this, Neville didn't settle for sold out show,
Yep.
you know, so therefore that implies I can't get a ticket.
Yep.
He still moved.
When I worked at Harmon House, right, I was the fun and games guy.
Yeah.
In other words, B11, 069. Hey, it's time for color and shape bingo for the people that can handle real bingo, right? So, like, seriously.
Colour and shape.
Oh, yeah. Blue triangle. Blue triangle. Right?
God.
I'm serious. Is this a blue
Are you
triangle?
really?
Oh, yeah,
Is that
seriously,
how they
right?
play?
No,
Oh.
I'm sorry. That's a yellow circle,
Oh, red.
right?
Yeah,
It was good
square.
fun, right? And I did all sorts of fun and games things. We read stories. We did movie time. It was great. Meanwhile, back at the French,
Yeah.
I decided I wanted to work in treatment. Do you have any idea how many qualifications I had working on a medical treatment team?
Nil.
0.
Yeah.
But for some reason, they hunted me down, right?
Yes.
I didn't apply. I didn't interview. They just said, look, we want you to work for us. They took me to the director of nursing, and they said, this one. And then I said, well, okay, right? And they figured out a way to make it work.
Right, so right then you said you didn't apply for the position, you just imagined.
Yep.
But for this person, doesn't mean don't apply.
Correct. Which brings us to the other stories.
Yes.
I've applied for a lot of jobs that I was not qualified for.
Yes. Yes.
And I got them.
Yeah.
All right? It was good fun.
Yeah.
All right, so Victoria, would you like to read the
Second
second?
quote. Oh, good
Benjamin
idea.
asks what's up with the dogs. They're barking. That's what they do.
Hey, Bruce!
Hey, buddy.
Come on, Bob.
You're mucking with Benjamin. He's losing his mind.
Come on.
He's going to jump off the ledge if you keep barking.
Okay.
All right. So
Yes.
is Daisy, according.
So is Daisy.
Yeah,
She-
Daisy says me too. Right.
All right. Hey, Bruce.
Bruce.
Right. So the second quote is, I ask you to test your imagination. Go all out and believe in what you have imagined. Do not try to influence anyone. Instead, put all of your energies into clarity of form. If a certain desk designates that you are occupying a desired position, occupy that desk.
So, by the way, notice Neville's not going. So when it came to getting the tickets, he imagined giving his brothers the tickets. He didn't walk in and go, you will give me the tickets. What was the show we did while you were gone? The Whispering Technique.
Yeah, the whispering technique.
Give Neville the tickets. Give him the tickets. Right? It's the Whispering Technique. Tell 20 you love him. Give him the tickets. Okay. Meanwhile, people walk around going, I love you, 20. Here's tickets. To what? I have no idea. Right? Give him the tickets. Right? Align your vibrational things and have enough self-love so the Whispering Technique works for you. Meanwhile, back at French, Victoria, please continue with something that's actually
Right,
useful.
and the second part of the quote says, enter into that image and you will realise your vision. Sit in the chair behind that desk and view the room. Persist in thinking from that point of view. If you do not physically occupy that chair tomorrow and begin to doubt, ask yourself, what am I doing? Remembering and not imagining. Yeah, that's called I'm remembering rather than in the past, rather than imagining. Then return to your chair behind that desk.
Now, get how cool that is?
Yep.
So what do you want to imagine? Do you want to imagine the interview? Right, yeah. No, right?
Yeah.
That's like imagining, like, getting the text. Yay, she said she'll go out on a date with me. Right. Yay. Now, any guys out there, any of the guys ever get a text from a girl say, yeah, I'll go out on a date with you, and then you go there and, like, she's not there, and you text her and she doesn't text back, right? So then you get to imagine all that. Versus, imagine what would imply your wish has already been fulfilled to the point where it's a natural thing. Like you say to your best friend, Vic, Toria.
Yes, 20.
Wow. Wasn't that a lovely lunch?
Yes.
I don't imagine cooking the lunch. I don't imagine buying what will be in the lunch. I don't imagine Victoria. Whoa. Right? Nice lunch. Right? What did we cook today? You will find out.
Benjamin, we haven't cooked yet.
That's right.
We've had
It
coffee.
is our 0800 here, so
Yeah.
we will be cooking later.
Yeah.
We'll make some sort of fucksake for the dogs, as you all know. It's either chicken fucksake, cheek fucksake, kanga fucksake. So you have to ask Victoria why we call it that. And meanwhile, back at the French, so imagine from the desk. Notice what Neville says. Don't remember, imagine. Okay. By the way, notice Victoria likes that because you got a choice here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I can remember. I don't have a job.
Yeah. what Ecoville's showing me, or I can imagine.
Yes.
Yeah.
From the desk. Thinking from the desk.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Love that. It says, go occupy that chair behind the desk and view the room. It's like, because it's I don't know, from that state.
Absolutely.
From that position, you're then viewing the world.
That's it.
Yeah.
Totally. It changes everything. That's what's cool. Yasmin asked how funny was Angus with that? Yep. That's all we can say. That was a classified video. Chris says swear words are bad.
Bad. I know.
Chris,
you're going to hell.
That's right.
Yes, you are.
I'm only going to hell on 11/11, and if the full moon is right.
Son of a bitch.
All right. Benjamin wants to know, why do you call it that, Victoria?
What do I call it? What?
Chicken fuck's sake. Cheek fuck's sake.
I didn't. He did. But he always calls everything... Right. What happens is Emmett gets really excited when he uses those words. It's like, oh, there's something really good for lunch. And so he just calls it that.
See, Emmett won't eat unless you hand feed him the first bite.
I do have to get his little taste buds going, whereas
like,
Bruce, it's gone in one
So
go.
you put it down and bang, Bruce is done. And
Yes.
meanwhile, Emmett is looking at it like, what are you trying to give me?
Yeah.
It's like,
I don't
Emmett,
trust you. And that's when he says...
It's chicken, fuck's sake. For fuck's sake, it's chicken.
Yeah.
So everything is fuck's sake now. So,
Okay.
Anyway, Andrew knows all about that. Meanwhile, Michelle says, I feel my dad's hand on mine as we watch the sunset. I feel immense love. Nice. Cool. So I imagine that's implying something lovely for you.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Touching is a good one. Like, seriously, we really like that. And we got, in week 3 of Manifesting Mastery, crass commercial Keith. we have the week 3 Manifesting Methods. And in there, one of them is about holding hands, because it is such an intimate thing that you can surrender to. So, very, very nice. So, anybody, anything very quickly before we go?
Yes.
Notice how quiet they are. See?
Yeah,
Benjamin thanks you guys.
Yes.
Right? You were driving him nuts barking.
Yeah.
I think he's a cat guy. Right? Benjamin likes the kitty. Right? Anyway.
Oh, we won't say the other word. Hello, Andrew Matthews.
I love that James Bond line.
Okay, Benjamin, lots of smiley faces or happy faces.
That's right.
All right.
All right.
So no questions.
All right.
Got it?
All right. So
Hope you
shall
got
we
that,
tell them
Sam.
where to go?
Yes. No.
All right.
What
Or
we
what
first
oh my God! What do we do
wanna know
first? Tell you,
is-
this is Victoria's kingdom right here. Like, seriously, she just nails it. Look at her. Oh my God.
Okay, what we want to know is,
I love
what
her
did you
hair's
learn?
like that. She's like, it's almost Cave
It's all
Raleigh
a bit,
look.
yeah.
It's like,
It's changed.
it makes me want to wait to go to the
I
dog
get
park
it.
later.
What did you learn? What did you learn about you? And what was your best bit?
That's
Hello, Patty.
right.
You're going to have to watch the refund.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch.
Yeah, go to freeneville.com.
That's right.
Join us in manifestingmasterycourse.com.
That's right.
And Benjamin says he's a dog guy.
Nice.
And
Photos, buddy.
that he's got a dog. Cool. And the last bit is for the refund. Either go in 2 minutes' time, roughly, to 20's personal timeline.
That is right. My
You'll be able to
personal
watch
timeline.
it straight away.
That's right.
Otherwise, in a few hours, it'll be up on feelitrealfun.com.
That is the rightness.
Yeah.
Okay, crass commercial number 2, ready. Hey, Scott, how you doing, buddy? We're doing the live call, again, last one in this series this Sunday. I believe it's 8 p.m. New York City time, New York City day, right? Which is our lunchtime here on Monday, but ignore that last bit.
Yes.
Meanwhile,
Yes.
if you want to join us, it's $20 for the call. You can go to freeneville.com. On the black menu bar, you'll see a little thing for live call number 3. Click there, sign up. I think there's like 4 spaces left. And tomorrow the email goes out. So once the email goes out, they will be gone.
Yeah.
So, boom, boom, boom.
Mm-hmm.
And look at all the things people are...
Yeah, some
mentioning.
people just arrived and now I've forgotten who they were. So, yeah. Okay. Have a great day, night. Tomorrow is Australia Day here.
Tomorrow's Australia Day.
Very
It's going to be a
important
special
day
show.
for 20.
That's right.
Okay.
Some of you know why. Because it is Australian Day tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's right. Love you guys. Have a lovely day. Stella Jean.
Thanks, Stella Jean.
And
Catch you tomorrow.
we'll see some of you in Australia.
In May.
That's